Hello? Yeah, I think it should be working now. Sorry about that. So like I was saying, so I'm only gonna be here for about 30 minutes. We're just waiting for a few people to come in, see if anybody actually comes online. If you guys want to ask any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat box. I'm actually uploading a video today, but I've just been having trouble with the files lately. Something went wrong with my laptop, so it's taking a little bit longer than usual. So we got 8 people in here so far. Give it a thumbs up so more people come inside. What is up inside the bind? The first person that was here earlier. What is up, Costas? What is up, Future? Dawson Russell. Instagram influencers or Facebook ads? We've gone through this time and time again. Instagram influencer for beginners, but there's a lot of ways to approach Shopify dropshipping, but unless you have a really good mentor or you take a really good course on Facebook ads, you probably won't be able to learn that on your own without having like at least $500 to $1,000 to just use and test and learn Facebook ads. What do you think about all the Shopify gurus on YouTube? Yo, that is a really good question. I'm actually doing my video today is actually about that. My video today is the top 3 Shopify YouTubers that I think that provide the most value when it comes to Shopify dropshipping. So be sure to stay tuned for that. It's a little bit short, but I feel like you guys might already know them. But yeah, I'm gonna be telling you guys a little bit about the people who I watched when I first started and the things I did and applied to actually become successful without Shopify dropshipping. And if I didn't find these 3 guys on YouTube, I probably wouldn't be here today doing these types of videos for you guys. Have you run Facebook ads without pixel data? Sometimes it's hard to find good influencers. Yeah, um, it is a lot. So if your niche necessarily can't find any influencers, most niches can, you would probably want to use Facebook ads first, but it's a lot more difficult to understand and actually use. And like I said, you probably want a mentor for Facebook ads, especially with a brand new pixel. My Facebook pixel is collecting data and I can see that it's comparing with Google Analytics, but the pixel helper says it's not. What's going on? I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say in that question. Can you reword it for me? So, what is the recommended size for a video ad on Instagram? So, when you're doing video ads on Instagram, the size I always use, I believe it's an aspect ratio of 3:2. So you want to have a video that's like a box, not like a rectangle. So you want a box video with a description, and you want the box video to you want the whole entire frame of the box to have your video inside of it. So you don't want any like blank spots or black in between. So pretty much the video will fill an entire square on the phone that people are actually looking at. You'd be surprised how much your ads do better when it's by simply making that one change, just the aspect ratio of the actual video. What is the best way to grow an Instagram account from zero? Do you use any app softwares? I don't specialize in growing Instagram accounts, and I don't use any softwares. You don't have to grow an Instagram account in order to be successful with Shopify dropshipping through Instagram influencers. When you're doing influencer shoutouts, people will naturally follow you, and you can always market to those followers because you've already paid for them and they come through a funnel to your page. How would you adjust the ad slash Canva or something else? So to adjust the videos, you have to use apps from the App Store from your actual phone. That's the only way I've figured out how to actually adjust the ratio on the video ads. From the ad, do you lead them to a product page or dedicated sales page of the product? Thanks. I'm pretty sure the product page and the dedicated sales page of the product is the same thing. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but yeah, a lot of people don't talk about it. You just directly link them to the product page. But if you're more advanced and have experience with funnels, you can actually put them through a sales page and then move them onto the order page next, which is a little bit different. Well, my Facebook pixel shows all my add to carts and is collecting data. However, when I use the pixel helper that shows if a pixel is firing, it says that it's not active on my website. I don't even know what the pixel helper is, but if it's showing on your Facebook pixel, you should be acquiring data. And the thing is, one thing about the Facebook pixel is that Facebook tells us that they missed 20% of all pixel fires, so you can't expect to have a pixel fire for a certain event every single time because Facebook can't track 20% of those fires. When you give an ad to an Instagram influencer, would I include my Instagram page on the post? Not sure because I don't have a lot of Instagram followers for my Shopify account and was going to do so. Swipe up. So yeah, I just went through like 2 videos ago. I think I just went through how to actually structure your Instagram posts for an Instagram shout out and how to actually structure your page. And when it comes to this amount of size of followers you have, it doesn't matter that much because when I first started one of my most profitable stores, it had 0 followers. I actually had like 3 followers and then people were constantly buying. It all comes down to how well you show off your brand and how good your offer is. So if your product's really good and you give them a very incentivizing offer, people are going to purchase anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about making a video on swipe up stories versus Instagram posts. Is that something you guys would actually want to see? And I can actually go in depth and talk about the pros and cons of each one and which type of ad I've had more success with, the story ad or the page post. So general store or niche shop? Niche store. I've had my store in jewelry niche for a month, spent money on ads but had no sales. I scrapped the store and changed the niche. Yes, you should. I don't recommend selling jewelry because I recommend finding products that solve a problem and selling products within that niche. And if it doesn't work, just move on to the next. Don't get too attached to your products or having good faith that, oh, this is going to work. But when you advertise your products, the market is going to tell you if they like your product or not. So you have to listen to the market. Don't try and force a product down someone's throat because that's not how it works. Just imagine if someone was trying to sell you something and you never wanted the item in the first place and you keep trying to push this item. Yeah, it's not going to work. Email marketing sounds like it's extremely important for recurring customers and upsells. How do you structure your emails? I haven't covered this too much, but I did a little bit in the past. So I just send them text emails. So I don't necessarily give them like emails where the product is inside because it matters. uh, it really matters, because when you do those type of emails where there's a lot of products inside the actual email and there's a lot of links, you usually hit the spam folder, and your main objective is to hit the inbox. And when you do text-based emails, they hit the inbox better. So as far as my email series go, I usually give them a order confirmation and then tracking, and then within 5 days I'll send them their tracking order, and tell them that, ask them to be patient, and actually and that their order is on the way. And then from there on, I'll shoot them upsells, and whenever I have like an exclusive sell, I'll email my email list. Yeah, I'd like an Instagram ad video. Yeah, that would be a cool video. Where do you live and how old are you? I'm 21 years old and I live in California. What do you think about hot products that you see everywhere, like the anti-backpack and black face masks? Are they oversaturated? So I do believe those products are oversaturated. You might be able to sell them. It really depends on how you market them. Because I've seen those products months ago when I was first starting. Those were like kind of hot products, but they were actually already dying out when I first started a few months back, like almost 4 months ago. Those were still selling, but from my knowledge at that time, I saw the anti-theft backpack, and it wasn't actually, at the time when I first started, it was already like saturated. So those products have been selling for a long time now. I don't necessarily think it would be a good idea to enter those products specifically. Any free platform for ads except Instagram and Facebook? Not that I am aware of. And I don't really preach free traffic. Do you guys want to see a video with free traffic? The only thing I don't like about free traffic is that you can't control it. So you really don't know when you're gonna make sales, or if you will even make sales. So it's inconsistent. So you can't really get a good grasp on the business, because you're just getting like free sales, and you don't really learn anything from that. What uh what do you think are the top 5 niches to get into the moment? I already did a video on that, like, already. I don't necessarily remember which top 5 niches I did, but if you want to check it out, just go to my channel and you'll see the video, that exact video on the top 5 niches that I think will be good to enter into. Do you have custom templates or you make them yourself? I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you prefer referring customers to Instagram store page instead of a link in the bio? I like funneling customers through to your Instagram page, because it builds more trust, and it's all about giving your customers it's all about making your customers do small minor commitments. Like clicking through is a small minor commitment, so eventually down the line through your funnel, they're going to actually commit the big they're actually going to do a big commitment for you, which is actually purchase, because they've already said, because it's all about buyer psychology. If you've already said yes to like 3 things or 2 things, you're more likely to say yes on a 4th thing. Doesn't matter like the intensity of, or like the importance of the actual action. And there's been like countless studies shown that when you ask someone to do this and they say yes like twice, the third yes is going to be more likely than when someone said no, or just asking someone a yes or no question right off the bat. Pinterest, Twitter, you can still buy ads there, but there's another platform to use. Yeah, all the platforms are just a traffic source that you can possibly use. Any platform will work as long as you bring your customers to your store. So what is the initial amount to start in Shopify? That was my video yesterday. I recommend $200 to $400. to start. $200 is doable, but a lot harder. $400 gives you a lot of wiggle room and more to test with. Do you drop ship high ticket items or cheap items? I don't drop. Well, cheap items, I don't know what you mean by cheap items. Like $9.99, I don't do anything below $20. I hope that answers the question. Because when you're drop shipping very low ticket items like $9.99, you're not making much profit at all, or pretty much nothing. So it's not really worth it, especially if you get, yeah, it's not worth it. How do you see the landscape for Shopify and dropshipping in 2018? Feel like it's getting harder to get sales since everyone is trying to do it and customers get burned from bad marketers. Pretty much what everybody else is doing is not really relevant to what you're actually doing. So don't worry about what all the other people are doing. Winners are focused on winning. So yeah, that's like my best answer for your question. Shopify is gonna still be here, and the people who are actually winning are going to keep winning. Are you in a relationship? Yes, I am. Alright, so we got about 10 minutes left. There's 10 people watching. Let's get this live stream to 10 likes. Yeah, I usually just do these live streams very what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but yeah, I just do these live streams whenever I have time. Your giveaway mentorship is awesome, but could a paid mentorship from you be possible? Yeah, it'd be definitely possible. And I will be deciding soon someone who actually wins the giveaway. Just make sure you do all three things in order to win. You don't have to like every single video, but at least one of the videos, and comment, and yeah, you guys know the how to win. But if you want like to work with me one-on-one, you can DM me on Instagram and we can figure something out. My Instagram is down in the description if you haven't seen it already. Wouldn't be a general store be better though, because if a trendy product starts, you design a store, you can just put it in the general store. Yeah, if you're doing Facebook ads, but a general store is harder to market on Instagram because you don't necessarily have a brand to build around a general store. Because how exactly do you create a story or a brand around a general store? If you figure that out, let me know. Hi, have you chosen any sites to go through? Hi, I actually saw your message on Instagram, and I saw your actual store. I was hoping to find a store more that sold like actual products that weren't clothing, so I didn't decide to choose that store. Because clothing, I don't recommend getting into clothing. It's a very difficult market to enter, especially when you're trying to drop ship women's clothing, and it gets really messy. How many products are in your store? How many stores do you have? My products, from my stores, I usually have 1 to 4 products, one main selling product, and the rest are for upsells and downsells. How many stores do you have? I have 2 stores. I'm working on a new one, and I'm just waiting for the weekend to be over because so I'm gonna cover something really important right now that almost nobody talks about. So press 1 in the chat if you guys are listening and you guys want to know this very important thing I'm about to cover right now in regards to advertising. So yeah, we're just waiting for the ones, see if anyone's gonna press one. Okay, so when you're advertising, this is really important. Um, you don't necessarily want to advertise Friday through Sunday, usually when you're creating new ads or you're starting new like shout outs or Facebook ads, because when customers, because people, well, because your customers behave differently Friday through Sunday than they do on Monday through Thursday. So it's really not a good time to jump right in Friday through Sunday, because they behave differently. If you're thinking about yourself, when you're using your phone or when you're using social media, you behave differently Monday to Thursday in regards to, you know, just using your phone and going on social media. And on Friday and Saturday, you have a completely different routine and schedule. Sorry, it's kind of hard to explain to you guys. Let me know if you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. So people behave differently Monday to Thursday compared to Friday through Sunday. So advertising on Friday through Sunday, you'll get different results, and usually you'll get not as good results compared to Monday and Thursday. That's what I'm essentially trying to tell you guys. Let me catch up on these questions right here. What do you need to win the mentorship? Would be interested. So to win the mentorship, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like at least one of my videos, and comment on that same video. How much do you earn from that Shopify affiliate link? I'm not gonna tell you how much exactly how much I earn, but Shopify gives you 200% for just 2 months if someone actually buys the plan for a month. So let's say they buy the Shopify plan for 1 month, you get $29. If they do for 2 months, you get another $29. And then after that, I don't think that you actually get anything. How much do you send an influencer a video ad? How do you send? I have it on my computer, but how would I send it to my influencers? So what I do is I use a Mac and an iPhone, so I just airdrop my videos into my phone, and then I send it through the DMs on Instagram. That's the easiest way. I found you after I started my store. I'm not able to use Stripe because of the country I live in. Is it okay to start with PayPal? Yeah, just start with PayPal. Your conversions will definitely be lower, but it's better than nothing. How much money did you spend before finally made a sale in the beginning? I'm not exactly sure, but anywhere from $300 to $500 before I actually found success. Because when I first started, I lost a lot of money through using Facebook ads, like $300. If you guys, do you guys want me to do a video on actually how I got started with this? If you guys want one, just let me know. Press 2. So let me go back. So great insight. Why so? Okay. How much do you plan on spending to start a Shopify store? So I just went over that my last video, anywhere from $200 to $400. Why so? I would think Friday to Sunday you would get more sales since people are not working and have free time. Well, what I just, yeah, I explained it kind of confusing, but Friday to Sunday you won't get that many sales. Saturday to Sunday sometimes you'll get a lot more sales, but I'm saying when you first start, and when you first start testing your ads, you don't want to start on Friday and Sunday, because the customers behave differently than they do on Monday and Thursday. That's what I'm essentially trying to get at. So your results can be skewed when it comes to Friday and Sunday. So you can, like, you might make a few sales on the weekend, and then boom, you get 0 sales Monday through Thursday. Or you might get no sales on Friday through Sunday, and then you get 1 to 2 sales every single day on Monday to Thursday, because customers behave differently, a lot different actually. You're cool. Any Shopify competitors? PL suggests the other platforms. I don't know what that means. I don't use anything besides Shopify. Like, I think you're trying to say WooCommerce and eBay and stuff like that. I think I use Shopify and ClickFunnels. Those are the only two platforms that I used for my stores. 2222222. How do you do the money exchange with influencers? If you agree on something, is there a contract you make? Yeah, I've done a video on that too, but pretty much you just send them the money first through goods and services on PayPal and explain what you're actually paying for. And if they don't hold up the end of their bargain or their the deal, you just contact PayPal and you get your money back. So for email marketing, I use text-based emails. So I just use text. I don't send them like a bunch of products and links through my emails because it's gonna hit the spam folder. And your main objective when you're doing email marketing is to get your emails actually read. So if you want your emails to be actually read, you want to send them straight to the inbox. If you don't hit the inbox, you don't exist to your customers. Do you know any high profit Shopify dropshipping stores we can check out? It's kind of difficult to tell if a Shopify store how much exactly they're making, but I think a good Shopify store to actually model your store after is called dudegadgets.com. Let me check real quick if that's right. Let me link it in the chat for you guys. So this website right here is a good Shopify store. It's a general store though, but it has if you study the store, this was one of the stores I studied when I was first started and tried to see what they're doing and why they were so successful with Shopify dropshipping and apply it to my own stores. Are video ads better than photos? Yes, they are. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes already. Went by pretty fast. I'm gonna answer like 3 more questions. So if you have a good question and you want me to answer it real quick before I leave and end this live stream, put them in the chat right now. You ever get angry customers? How to make a video ad? It's too difficult to actually create a video within a video. It's like Inception, but yeah, it's too difficult, I think, to record creating a video. It's not that hard to do. Really, all you do is cut the videos inside a video editor and then just compress it together, and yeah, that's pretty much all you do, and size it correctly. If clothing and electronics are not the best to start, what products would you suggest to start? I like to preach products that solve a problem, so if there's a problem that the market doesn't have an answer to, you can potentially solve that problem with a product. Everybody wants to buy, but a lot of people don't necessarily know what they need yet. And if you can present them the solution to their problem, they'll most likely purchase from you. So you want to sell products that actually have like usefulness or utility. People buy things out of utility, and then you always everybody comes from the mindset, what can they get out of blank, or what can they get out of X, or what can this product do for me? So if you can solve that question, you can find better products. So what can this product do for me? I talked about Pexa before. I don't like Pexa. It doesn't provide enough value. I'd rather do product research by myself. I've actually purchased Pexa, but it didn't do that good for me, so I just got a refund on it. Alright, so I've been online for about 30 minutes now. I'm probably going to conclude the live stream right now. If you guys have any other questions, make sure to hop on the next live stream or just ask them in any one of my videos. I answer all the questions, or DM me on Instagram below. Thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. My name is Kevin. Bye bye.